This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Armenia will send $125,000 in additional humanitarian aid to Syria, the country's government decided today. While the amount is modest, the move is notable given Syria's current leadership under Turkish-backed Islamist groups. It is unclear whether the aid would be delivered through Armenia's closed land border with Turkey, just as it happened last month. According to the decision, the amount will be split between medical supplies and essential goods, including hygiene products and food. The package aims to meet everyday needs of people affected by ongoing crisis in Syria and was developed by Armenia's Interior Ministry. The new Syrian leadership came to power in December after Turkish-backed Islamist factions ousted the authoritarian regime of Bashar al-Assad. Syria has traditionally been home to a significant Armenian population, particularly in the city of Aleppo, the country's second largest. However, many Syrian Armenians have fled in recent decades, escaping civil war and the rise of radical Islam. This is not Armenia's first aid effort towards Syria this year. Last month, Armenia also sent humanitarian supplies through the long-shuttered Armenian-Turkish border. Armenia has received an invitation to take part in the third Commonwealth of Independent States Games, set to be held in Azerbaijan this autumn, Azerbaijani news outlet APA reported on Monday. Invitations were sent to all CIS member states, but Armenia has not yet confirmed its participation. The country's sports minister, Zhanna Andreasyan, told reporters today that the invitation would be reviewed and a decision would follow. It depends on various factors, including security measures. I believe decisions would be made based on full information, she said during a briefing in the government. Armenian and Azerbaijani athletes have previously crossed borders to take part in sporting events hosted by each other. The last such instance was 2 years ago, when Azerbaijani athletes travelled to Yerevan for the European Weightlifting Championships. The visit ended in controversy after a local resident rushed onto the stage during the opening ceremony and set the Azerbaijani flag on fire. In response, the Azerbaijani team withdrew from the competition. Armenian Parliament Speaker Alen Simonyan said yesterday that negotiations with Azerbaijan continue and are not stuck in a deadlock. Speaking to reporters in Yerevan, Simonyan revealed he had a brief meeting with his Azerbaijani counterpart Sahiba Gafarova in Russia last week. It is also in Azerbaijan's interest to complete the process quickly. Negotiations with Azerbaijan are ongoing, and the likelihood of war is not increasing in any way, Simonyan said. Both speakers participated in the Interparliamentary Assembly sessions of the Commonwealth of Independent States, a group of some post-Soviet countries that was held in St. Petersburg. Asked about continued ceasefire violations and accusations from Azerbaijan against Armenia, Simonyan said that occasional gunfire incidents do not necessarily signal a larger escalation. There may be gunfire but not an escalation. Before 2018, there were many shootings, yet the situation was different. We pay attention to these incidents and draw conclusions, but our goal remains peace, he said. Since early March, Azerbaijan has been accusing Armenia of ceasefire violations almost daily, allegations that Armenia's defense ministry has consistently denied. Over the past month, residents of Armenia's border regions have also reported gunfire incidents to various media outlets. On April 13th and 21st, Armenia's defense ministry confirmed Azerbaijani gunfire directed at Armenian villages. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 6. This is because Armenia ranked 6th in last year's global inflation ranking, according to an International Monetary Fund study. The country recorded an inflation rate of just 0.3% and was behind Costa Rica, St. Lucia, China, Jordan, and the Seychelles. The figure came in well below the IMF's earlier projection of 3.1%. Analysts attribute the subdued price growth to Armenia's steady economic performance in recent years. The country's economy expanded by 7.5% in 2022 and continued growing in 2023, with official figures indicating GDP growth of 8.7%. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.